the people that are complaining that they're not getting their food stamps for November, what did you do with October's food stamp money? What'd you do? Did you stock up on pantry items and try to shop smartly? Or did you just go buy a bunch of processed garbage? By the way, you can thank the Democrats for the government being shut down and your benefits not coming through for November. Looks like you're going to be going to the food pantry for your Thanksgiving meal. I know a lot of food pantries hand out turkeys for Thanksgiving. All the sides and trimmings too. Lots of food pantries. You better figure it out. I'm sick of hearing you complain, honestly. You ever have this as a meal? I'm eating peanut butter and butter on toast. It's absolutely delicious. You should try it. And not for nothing, I saw this woman that said she was getting $1,100 a month in food stamps. Do you know how long I could make $1,100 in food stamps last in this house? There's two of us, but I do have my son over every once in a while, or my daughters over once in a while to eat. I feed them too, and we always got food in our house, no matter what. I would take a third job. I have two jobs. I would take a third job if I had to, just to make sure my kids ate. What are you doing for your kids besides coming on the internet and bitching that you don't have any money in your food stamps account? This message is for all the people that are
Alright guys, we just watched this lady eat her toast and tell people that they should be doing the same thing because the food stamps in November getting cut, and she's asking, what did you do with the food stamps in October? I think it's hugely inhumane for someone to wake up and treat poor people like they decided to be poor. Now granted, there are lazy poor people out there. There are lazy poor people who want to work, but most times the economy is tough on some people and they have to survive with what they have. So someone shitting on them, forgive my French, someone shitting on them because of what they've decided to do with the food stamps they received in October totally makes no sense. Like, where is the human empathy? Where is the empathy? Like, why would you sit here and say, oh, I'm better than everyone else, I can eat this meal and I always make sure my kids are eating well? What are you doing with the assistance you've been given? What are you doing with that? Like, come on sis, let's watch the other videos. Hi guys, my name is Janita Maya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. As you can tell, I'm in my car, but please bear with me for the next few videos, but all that will change soon, so let's dive in.
Well, I don't know, Sarah Meth. Perhaps they spent October's food stamps in October? Like, what the George Bush, you will pay for your crimes because these children should have been left behind. But unfortunately, they weren't. And now they're adults with access to the internet and total use of free will. I'm going to start calling this the J-Lo theory. Whenever you give people full unmonitored access to something, whether it be a mic, a phone, social media, whatever it is, and total use of free will, they will use that thing regardless of if it sounds good or if it makes a lick of sense. This is what Trump means when he says smart people don't like me, because what do you mean she made this video in regard to November food stamps asking what people did with their October food stamps? If Johnny had 5 apples, Methany, I know y'all be hooked on everything but phonics, so I'm going to hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And I know supplemental is a big word for Elmo. That means it's supposed to supplement or help them get groceries for that month. What did you think the S stood for? Savings or something? Like, what the Then she's talking about the government is shut down because of the Democrats. That's why you're not getting your food stamps. Mind you, the Republicans are in control of the House, the Senate, the White House, and the Supreme Court. But the party with the minority is to blame for the government shutdown. Right. And double, mind you, she on here talking about people losing their food stamps. Whole time Streets is saying she lost her kids. I fear we're worried about the wrong lost thing. I fear you have way more to be worried about than what people are doing with their food stamps. Put down the phone, stop kissing your cuzzling husband, and worry about yourself. Hope this helps. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
food stamps for November. What did you do with October's food stamp money?
I'm sorry. Hi. So let me just tell you a story. There was this woman, she was about 34 years old, and she had been married for 11 years, and she had a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old, and she made $8.50 an hour, and she had been married for 11 years, like I said, and her husband chose narcotics over her and her family, and so that left her raising her children by herself, paying rent, utilities, gas for the car payment, the insurance, clothes for her children, and school supplies, and all the things that go along with having a family. And she was distraught, and she didn't know what to do, and her mom told her, you've worked your whole life, you need to go and sign up for food stamps. And she didn't want to do that, and so the food stamp office was a 30-minute drive from her house, and so she got in her car and she headed to the food stamp office, and she cried the entire time that she was driving, and she prayed that God would help her, because she never thought that she would see herself in that situation. And when she got there, as she was filling out the application for food stamps, she cried the entire time. And when she talked to the lady about food stamps, she cried the entire time, because the last thing that she wanted to do was to be judged by somebody like yourself who doesn't understand what it's like to be left with 2 children and in an immediate situation where she needed help. And so she got food stamps, and then shortly after she got food stamps, her mom was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and she ended up in Texas. The mom did, and then her brother was already fighting stage 4 testicular cancer, who lived in Oklahoma. And the girl in the story, the mom, the 34-year-old, she lived in Alabama. So now she was having to take off work to go to Texas and Oklahoma, 500 miles away from home, to take care of her family that was dying. She soon lost her mom and her brother 62 days apart. All of this happened within 6 months, and she was on food stamps. I know, that's pathetic, right? You know, you should never judge somebody's situation. You should never put people in a box. Yes, there are people out there that abuse the system, but there are people out there that actually need it. There are people out there that have worked their entire lives for the help that they're getting, and they're in situations that you cannot comprehend. It's not your job to judge, and it is not your job to put them in that box. Just like you can't put all Democrats in the same box, you can't put all Republicans in the same box, because, ma'am, I am not a Democrat. But I do know what it's like to suffer, and I do know what it's like to need help. And I think it's very sad that we are going into the holidays and people find themselves in this situation. You know, I just heard a story of a young boy in a school nearby who doesn't even get to eat on the weekends or whenever he's home. He gorges himself when he's at school, and they have to control what he eats because he'll eat so much to make himself sick, because he doesn't know if he's going to get food when he gets home. There's children who are hiding food under their beds because they don't know if they're going to get food another day. You know, and we are concerned while you're eating your toast and you're being judgmental of people. bless your heart. And while you're at it, thank God. Thank God that you've never been in a situation where you need the help of people, where you need someone to lean on. And, you know, of course, the girl in my story, that was me. That was me when my kids were little. I've been through pure hell. And it didn't stop there. But I soon did get off food stamps. I got a better job. But now I find myself with my dad with cancer, and I had to quit my job in April, and I am door dashing just to make ends meet, and every dollar counts. Every single dollar counts. I'm not on food stamps right now, but if I needed to be, I would be. You really should pray about your situation and think about the judgment that you're passing on others. And it's not about the people that are abusing it. It's about the people who need it.
The peanut butter toast lady has something to say, and I now feel obligated to help her get her message out. Hey, I just wanted to let everyone know I'll be posting a new video soon. I work, so I'll do it when I'm free. In the meantime, if I could just let everyone know that online bullying and harassment are punishable by law. So be careful out here. If you are bold enough to do it, just know it may cost you in the end. The video will be long too, and I'll address as many comments as I can. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. First off, your Republican innuendo of I work is absolutely hilarious. You guys have been saying that Democrats don't work and we live in mommy's basement. It's actually hysterical that you would even throw that little sentence in there. But that's besides the point. When the truth of the matter is, I found out that it's actually you that's actually living in mommy's basement. Or should we say grandma's basement. Also, the audacity to say that you are being online bullied and harassed when you went online and basically punched down upon millions and millions of people that can't afford their Thanksgiving dinner because the guy you voted for has shut down the government. So what's good for me is not good for thee. I get it. You could bully. You can harass. But nobody else can because it's punishable by law. Really? The law works both ways. And the way I see it, you bullied and harassed millions of Americans that are poorer than you, that can't afford their Thanksgiving dinner now. It would be you that's the bully, and it would be you that is harassing. Your most recent post is amazing. I hope everyone who is profiting off of people trash talking me enjoys those funds and uses them wisely. That was you that created a video hoping to get paid from the Creator Reward Program over mocking people on food stamps. I'm going to end this video like this. No one is mocking you, no one is harassing you, and no one is bullying you. Everyone is just showing you the mirror. And since you like talking about Jesus so much in your videos, let me tell you something. Jesus fed the poor. Jesus welcomed the immigrant. And also, Jesus would have had his kids. Have a day!
Peanut butter toast lady lost her job. In case you missed it, there's this lady who made a video eating peanut butter toast talking about how she's making fun of people who have received SNAP benefits. And she's like, what did you spend last month's money on? Girl, food! They spent it on food! And then as she eats her store-bought bread, she definitely didn't make that bread herself based on the shape and the peanut butter that is processed. She asks if they bought processed junk or if they stocked up on pantry staples. And I guess because she just lost her job, she's going to find out how absolutely ridiculous that statement is. She's about to know. Didn't she? Didn't you? God, I really hope she did. I really hope she's been out there creating an ingredient-only household so that she can try to make something with it for the next 2 months after not receiving her paycheck. Because, lady, get real. If you do not have the capacity to not wish your fellow neighbor to starve to death in their own home, to have kids going to school hungry, to have parents skipping meals so they can feed their kids, if that doesn't make you feel sick that it is happening in and around your neighborhood to people who voted like you, to people who didn't vote like you, people who look like you, who don't look like you, girl, bye. You're not on the team.
This message is to all the people complaining about their SNAP and EBT benefits going next month. Let me ask you this. What'd you do with October's money, huh? Hi, I'm here to pick up my prescription. You want a refill on your prescription? Let me ask you this. What happened to last month's prescription? I used it. Oh, waiter, can I get a refill of my water, please? Let me ask you this. What happened to the water I gave you 10 minutes ago? I drank it. Interesting. Boss, I don't think you paid me for last week. Let me ask you this. What happened to the week before's paycheck, huh? Where'd that money go? I don't think that's how that works. Exactly. Teacher, I have to use the restroom. Let me ask you this. What happened to the time you went to the bathroom this morning, huh? That was hours ago. I have to go again. Interesting. What?
Alright guys, we've come to the end of this episode. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear, and follow me on all my socials at Johnny Tamaya. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.